Hey everybody, what's up? You gotta love Brian Cushing. This guy is a beauty. He says that his positive drug test for performance enhancers last year wasn't due to him taking performance enhancing drugs. Oh no. He says it's because of overtrained athlete syndrome. He says that elevated hormonal levels can be spiked when you take a break in training. Yes, it just so happens he tested positive for HCG, which is a women's fertility drug that athletes use along with steroids to start producing testosterone naturally again. I know, freak coincidence, just unbelievable he suffers from OAS. Is that right? Overtrained athlete syndrome. Unbelievable. It sounds like overtraining has contributed to Brian Cushing having elevated levels of BS. That's what it sounds like to me. And you gotta pick a lane with this. Do you believe him or do you not believe him? I've heard too many people say, well, I've heard of things like this. It's possible. No, forget all that. Do you believe him, yes or no? I'm gonna go with no. Do you really think that Cushing's the only guy suffering from something like this? Nobody else trains like Brian Cushing? Nobody else has this? Seems a little convenient after he gets busted for testing positive for performance enhancers that all of a sudden he has OAS. And if he does suffer from overtrained athlete syndrome, wouldn't he test positive again next year? What's gonna prevent him from testing positive again? Is he gonna stop training? Why would things be different? That's why the NFL is better off having a black and white steroids policy. You're responsible for what's found in your body, period. Forget all these terrible excuses. Can you imagine if they rescind or reduce Brian Cushing's steroid test? And what's going to happen afterwards? You're going to hear a million more terrible excuses. Well, on top of the ones we've heard before. Oh, I didn't know what was in my body. Oh, it's overtrained athlete syndrome. I'm praying this doesn't get overturned. One, because I believe it's BS to begin with. And two, I don't want to put up with all these terrible excuses that are going to follow if it's reduced or rescinded. It's going to be ridiculous. It's like speeding, you know? When people have all those horrible excuses. I didn't know I was speeding. Well, the guy behind me was tailgating me. That's why I had to go faster. No, forget all that. You were speeding. Here's your ticket. In the NFL, you tested positive for elevated levels of HCG. Here's your 4-game suspension. Have a good day and just shut up. I'm Brian No, and that's an aggressive and surly no-brainer.